What up, though? This your boy DOC. I got a very special guest on the line. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, you already know who it is, man. Big Boss, Bo Deal. Brick Squad, Monopoly Finest, Killer Fan Crazy.
For sure, man. Once again, I appreciate you coming on today. Before we jump into, some of the other topics that I want to discuss, for those that's maybe already familiar with you or not familiar with you, like, what would you say, like, your story leading up to getting into the hip-hop game and the people that people that know you now, like, what would you tell them about, like, your backstory and life experiences that molded you to who you are today?
Just trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying? Coming up living in Chicago public housing and running with the wrong group. I ain't gonna say the wrong group of niggas, but the group of niggas that was in all the bullshit, but I don't regret none of it because it molded me into the man I am today. Right.
Like, during that time, what type of experiences did you have to go through to see, to make you look at it this way now? You know what I mean? Like, maybe some of the stuff that we were doing wasn't the right, or however, the way you just said it, like, what got you to that point? What got you to that point to see it that way?
Jail and kids. I was locked up for my first daughter, my oldest daughter. I was locked up when she was born. Then my son, I was incarcerated when he was born, and doing time for a drug conspiracy. When I came home, he was going on 4 years old. So I missed a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of time out of my life. Really can't get back, or make up for that matter.
Right.
Really just tired of going back and forth to penitentiary and not being able to take care of and raise my kids the way that I like to do it. You know what I'm saying? Being a hands-on father.
Right. Now, a lot of people see, like, as far as of course, people should know that you're from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like, what side of town are you from in Chicago?
West side. Really, I'm from the north side. I'm really from the pole, but we moved west. Everybody think I'm from out west, but really I'm from the north side. But I spent a whole lot of time out west. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, with the internet and everything that's going on right now, everybody kind of get a glimpse of what Chicago is about or what they perceive it's about. What would you say is, like, the biggest difference between Chicago when you was coming up compared to now?
When I was coming up, it was more structured. We had OGs, we had chiefs that we had to honor and really pretty much listen to it. You get your ass beat up. Nowadays, these shorties don't have all the OGs, all the chiefs and appointed leaders are all incarcerated or somewhere strung out and doing their thing. So you cut the head off the body and fall. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest difference. And then when I was coming up, we didn't have social media. Social media is I think ignites a lot of the bullshit because you got a better chance of seeing somebody on the street and smacking them in the face and still living than getting on social media and saying something crazy about them, because now the person who you're talking about, they feel they have to do something because you done put this out here and now the world see it. So you know what I'm saying? It's a big difference, man. I blame social media and the lack of leadership for shit going on out here.
Yeah, that's crazy, because that was something I was gonna ask you later on, but I'll go ahead and ask it now. As far as the drill movement made like a real big impact in the hip hop game, period. And I feel like, it did, to say, like, on the positive side, people were able to make some money off of it. Some people were able to make money and move and feed their families and stuff like that. Do you think the drill movement mixed in with the internet and all that stuff helped or hurt the city even more?
Well, I never was up with the term drill music and all that, because really it's just reality rap. It's everything that we've been knew was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had the gangster music. We had, ain't no difference, man. I think that, like I say, that when, because the murders and things been going on in Chicago forever. I think that once the media got a hold to it and started putting that shit out there and focusing on it, that's when it blew up. But we actually had more murders in a year back in the day than we did now. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I think it's just the number of kids that's being killed nowadays that make it that much worse. But we've been this been going on forever here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, 'cause I got a couple homeboys that's out there from Chicago. I've been there maybe a couple times, but never for like no long long stays or nothing like that. And even when he kind of say the similar thing to what you just said as far as the structure is the biggest difference. You know what I mean? Like how everything can kind of say like the kids super wilding and stuff like that. Do you think it was? I understand, you know, like some like you just said, some of the leaders are incarcerated. Do you think it was other factors that played into that made the structure fall apart?
Not. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's what it really was. Once you lock up the leaders, man, everything fall apart, and then the ones that come home, the system, this fucked up system we got. You know, it made the people who did come home and want to get things in order, you know, they made them fall back like, fuck it, I ain't trying to do the rest of my life in jail to try and get these shorties in order. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's pretty much what is the reason here. On top of all the drugs and all that bullshit, but it stems from that motherfucking no leadership.
Yeah, definitely. Like I remember when a lot of this stuff, you know, since gangs, you know, you got the gang culture in Chicago, gang culture out there in LA and stuff like that, and it's been spread to other places and other cities and stuff like that. And then you see other cities fall in line to what they may believe that's going on in Chicago. And this, you know, would you say for a person that was listening to say, for instance, they may be a GD or BD that's out of state but's trying to follow the protocol of what they think is going on in Chicago, would you say that all GDs and BDs are beefing, or is not like that?
No, hell no. I be down south and in Mississippi. You know, I traveled everywhere. And then and a lot of the times when I hit them up cities, they honestly don't believe what's going on up here. You know what I'm saying? They not beefing down. You know what I'm saying? That's just here. Down there, they still got structure and got, you know, people that they listen to and pay homage to and things like that. Whereas up here, these shorties ain't honoring shit.
Yeah.
They not honoring nothing.
You think that it could ever get better, or what do you think may can happen? I hear a lot of people say that, you know, the kids need something to do as far as, you know, I guess YMCAs or anything like that. Do you think any of the, or have you seen any of the artists that have popped out of Chicago try to come back and open up them same things? Or do you think once some of the artists blow up, they just go on their way?
The majority of them do, but you do have some artists they come back. Like Chance is good for that. Chance actually put in a lot of work and contribute to a lot of good things going on in the city. But you got a lot of major artists that don't and that happen. You know, they get what they gotta get and they get the fuck on. They don't really give a fuck. It's like they forget about the struggle.
Yeah. What made you, you know, throughout your time being in the rap game and having your success, what made you stay?
Because one thing, I've never been afraid of my people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm one of the few artists that can go damn near everywhere in the city. You know what I'm saying? And get love and get embraced. And that's a fact. I prove it. Whenever the fuck I get ready to, I go and do it just to prove the point. And on top of, like I said, my hands on, wow, my kids are here. You know what I'm saying? I can't go nowhere. I like to be hands on with mine, and I just don't think you could really be hands on living, 1,000 miles away.
Right, yeah. Now this something about, me, like I said, I'm from Detroit, and looking at the outside, looking in, and I hate for it to, like, the whole interview to be, because I just want to get an OG perspective on some of the things that's going on. Like, want to ask your opinion about, do Chicago go about it checking in type thing. But I remember I was having a conversation with one of my homeboys, he from the Hundreds out there, and I was like, man, it seemed like during those 8 years of when, and not blaming it on Obama at all, but just saying it seemed like soon as Obama got in office, that's when the media focused more on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was purposely trying to, like, tear up his, tear up his backyard on purpose. Did it seem like that to you, or did it seem like it was the same normal shit going on throughout his 8 years before that and prior to it and afterwards?
No, I think the same thing been going on. Ain't nothing changed, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
When you be sitting down with some of the YGs and young ones out there, what type of advice do you give out?
I let them know, man, the thing, but the majority of them, they know what I've been through. They know my name in the streets. They know they know how I get down. They know how we rocking, and they know how my team is. So they already have a certain amount of respect for me, because and also, like, I done brought a lot to the hood. You know what I'm saying? I bring Waka to the hood. I done brought Gucci to the hood. I done brought Yo Gotti on the block. I done brought French Montana on the block, Alley Boy, like a gang of people. I bring them out there so the kids can meet them, get autographs, take pictures. You know what I'm saying? It give them hope. A lot of people ain't doing that, and then a lot of the major artists are scared to come out on them blocks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I fuck with the artists that's solid, and they know they in good hands when they with me. You know what I'm saying? So they come and show a whole lot of love, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like recently I just seen on your Instagram, it had me cracking up, and I actually reposted it, but I wanted to ask you, like, what made you, talk about that subject? You were saying, like, you had just left the barbershop and you was talking about niggas being more infatuated with other niggas fucking they bitch and this and that. You remember that post you put up?
Sitting in the barbershop listening to these niggas talk. Niggas really get a kick out of fucking other niggas' bitches and other niggas' baby mamas and shit like that. Like, it make them a bigger man. Or like they really low-key gay. Can't wait to put their dick in somewhere this nigga just took his dick out of her last night, nigga. You more infatuated with who she fucking than her. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem, man. I don't know what's up with you weirdo ass niggas. But guess what? She wasn't a virgin when you met her. So somebody fucked her before you fucked her. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done fucked somebody girl or somebody baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck about you fucking nigga baby mama? They ain't even together. But you bragging about that. I guess that make you feel like a bigger man. Only weirdo niggas have to do shit to make them feel bigger than what the fuck they is. I'm glad I'm big dog. Now I'm gonna try and teach all you other niggas to be big dogs. Poodle ass nigga.
Yeah.
What was going on during that?
Just talking to some of the guys and listening to their outlooks on things. A lot of the stuff that I talk about, it be things that I either just had a conversation with, just heard somebody talking about it, and then I get my outlook on it. You know what I'm saying? I debate with them for a minute or two, and then I get my take on it, on my page and on my platform, just to see am I tweaking, or is it other people that feel the same way?
Yeah. So when you said that was some real shit, looking at the competition level between guys and the reason why motherfuckers do the shit that they do. You know what I mean? And you putting it in them words the way you said it, it make that shit, make it look crazy as hell. You know what I mean? Like, as far as like the recent projects that you've been dropping, what was some of the name of the projects that you recently then put out?
The last project I just dropped on March 8th was Good Side, Bad Side 2. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of my most personal projects, and it's some of my best work. You know what I'm saying? That's like a project that I'm real pleased with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The one before that, I had I had Real Nigga Campaign. I had Out with a Bang. I got a bunch of work out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bunch of work out there, but that last one, that Good Side Bad Side 2 is one of my favorite projects. If not my favorite project. Period.
Yeah. How many tracks you got on there?
I think it's 14. I think it's 15 tracks.
Yeah. When you say personal, like you touching a lot of stuff dealing with your personal life and things that's going on around you. Is it like...
Yeah, dealing with that and just being in that environment when I made the tape. You know what I'm saying? I got, on the tape, I got, which is one of my favorite joints on the tape called Ain't Real with Derez Deshawn and Rico Reckless. I got Derez Deshawn on the tape, Rico Reckless, G Count from LEP, Trader Truth, Waka Flocka, G Herbo, a few more people, and my team.
Yeah. Definitely, and that's like on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. That's everywhere for people to go pick up.
Yeah, everywhere.
Oh, okay. Now let me ask you this, like, kind of going back to what we was talking about. What you think is the biggest disconnect? And I don't think just in Chicago, like a lot of hoods got a lot of similarities and stuff together. You know what I mean, or similarities. What do you think? Why all of a sudden in the past? I'm not even gonna put a time on it, but it's this big gap between the OGs and the YG or the young ones coming up. Where back in the day, when I was growing up, I was born in the early '80s, so you respect your elders, you listen to the OGs that they is spitting some knowledge to you. You know what I'm saying? Some good stuff. Now it's totally to the point like fuck them old niggas. You know what I'm saying? What made you think it got or helped get it to that point?
There's been no guidance and being misled by the old niggas that was out there that had a chance to do the right thing, but instead of giving them the right advice or when the money was coming through, breaking bread the right way and taking care of their people, they were using them, fucking them over, they get locked up and not bonding them out, not taking care of them or sending them no money and things like that. It'd be a lot of shit like that the reason why things are how they are. I don't get mad at them for feeling how they feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm one of the OGs that's respected because when my people got locked up, we took care of them. You know what I'm saying? We made sure they had what they needed. We took care of their kids and made sure, birthdays or Christmas or when they needed something, they could call and everything is good.
Yeah. Like, what's your take on the music industry right now in 2018, with all the different they say sub-genres of music and all that stuff? You think music is in the best place it's ever been, or you think it's watered down, or, like, what's your outlook on it?
I think it's limited good music out there, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not going to say good music because there's a lot of good music out there, but timeless music is not. It's not much timeless music out there, and I think they took away from actual song making and lyrics. You know what I'm saying? They kind of hurt the game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. People don't focus on the bars or care about the bars.
Yeah, you think it's because the people in the world getting dumbed down, or you think the labels purposely pushing this type of this type of music on people to dumb them down, or they just seem like through that ringtone era, like, oh, we just trying to make a quick buck. But it's crazy, like, even when they try to just make the quick buck, it seems like the money in hip hop just decreased. Period.
Yeah, and then I think it's a little bit of both. I think the people dumb the shit down on top of the labels pushing the bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit of both. The internet hurt the game as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta you can download everybody's music, everybody's tape for free. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same. Like when we first got in the music industry, we had to have street teams to going out, putting up posters, passing out CDs, and doing all. You know what I'm saying? We put the leg work in it. There ain't no leg work now. You can go shoot a video with $100 camera, and they can catch it, and you get rich from that without doing shit. So it's like, how could the people really appreciate the grind that was put in beforehand if they never had to experience?
Right. Yeah. You think it's, and you probably would put yourself in that list, but do you think it's any rappers that's out right now that'll stand the test of time that we'll still be talking about 10, 15 years from now?
Out of the new generation?
Yeah, the new generation that's coming out now. Yeah, that's out now.
I don't think so, man. I really don't. I don't think so. It's hard to find an artist that lasts 5 years from now.
Yeah.
I've seen so many artists come and go, just like in my city. A lot of the artists that was getting down when I first got in it, they gone. There's only a couple of them that's still around and still working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of bad, man.
Yeah. And it seemed like you said with the internet in it and people being able to do, just make a quick little song and possibly blow, it seemed like a lot of antics then got involved in it to make people come to the videos, and they not even there really for the music. They just want to see what type of weird shit the motherfucker gonna do. You think in the hip hop game like they really pushing a gay agenda, or do you think these niggas just gay?
I think them niggas just gay. Like I don't know, man. I think they just some faggot ass niggas. And I've never been the one to bite my tongue about none of that. I'm gonna speak my mind when it comes to shit like that. I think they some faggot ass niggas.
Yeah, shit crazy because I ain't never seen, especially within our community, I ain't never seen like this amount. Like, growing up in the 80s, I wouldn't even say I grew up going in high school or middle school that I didn't even really seen nobody that was gay. And if it was, they kept it to themselves. Now it's just so flamboyant, it seemed like. But now that's like becoming a marketing tool to sell music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I believe the same thing.
And one of the last things that I wanted to ask you, you know what I mean, because I wanted to clear something up, you know what I mean, because it'd be a lot of discussions I see in forums or going up and down my timeline on Instagram or on Twitter, you know what I mean, as far as just related to Chicago and different music. I hate the fact when I hear people say that, it's a lot of police shootings that's been going on, and then when like an incident happened, maybe when a little kid gets killed or, or it's like maybe gang-related violence, they be like, okay, where's Black Lives Matter at now? You hear some white people or even some black people say it. To clear up that false narrative, it's different organizations and stuff marching around Chicago that's trying to stop the violence. They not only just coming out when the police is killing us, it's other organizations trying to stop the violence and everything around there.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of organizations that work in the community and put in work with the community. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of them. I ain't seen no Black Lives Matter though people at all. I ain't never seen none of them personally, except when a police kill somebody black. I don't see them while we're killing each other.
Yeah. You think it's because they trying to some type of money to be made off of it? Is that when Black Lives Matter come around to get some funds or something?
Probably so, man. Probably so. I really never even looked into it, man. I think it's some bullshit if you ask me.
Yeah. If it was some last things that you wanted to say, you know what I mean, before we wrapped up the interview, you want to plug any of your social media or anything else that you got going on?
Yeah, you just, follow me on Instagram at BoDealBSM, Facebook at BoDeal, Snapchat, BoDealBSM, on Twitter at BoDeal.
For sure, man. Well, I greatly appreciate your time, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, peace.
Yeah.